As we before we start, you got to do the normal stuff. Try not to rag on anyone, like saying I hate Inkset because he's a toxic mother freaking
Yep,
yeah.
yep. Okay. And then
Uh,
another thing I was told before is watch my language. I remember
yes,
hearing about that one.
watch
I can watch
language.
that. I got you.
Uh,
I got you.
Mostly, I thought we were just doing explicit language, but I guess Amateur's gonna edit everything. So Tubbs' episode is taking quite the while to edit, I guess. Because that one was full of stuff.
I'll watch my language though, so it's a lot easier on EG.
Yeah. Try not to do that. And then, yeah, we'll start off. You introduce yourself a little bit, and then I'll start to ask questions. We'll just talk and go from there. We'll run about an hour. My starting time is about 1:52, so in about 2:52 we'll probably be done. Or if it seems like there's more to talk about, we'll go a little longer. If there's not that much, then we might cut it a little shorter, depending.
Okay.
All right, we'll
Do you
just
mind
get.
if I just go grab something quick?
Yeah, go ahead, because I gotta wait till for a bit to start anyway, because the broadcast won't
Okay.
catch right.
I'm back.
All right. Um, all right. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Teamwatch. Today's episode is 15, featuring Mr. Dovahplayz. Say hi, Dova.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Dova. I've been with AG the tournaments for probably about I want to say almost a little over a year. I'm a tank player and I play for Team Jade.
Yeah, it's great. You are specifically, well, not really specifically, but I know you to play Reinhardt a little
Yep,
more
I'm the
than the
Ryan guy.
others, which is super dope. Um, So how did you get to find out like about Amateur Gamer? Like how did you like, oh, this is a cool thing to do tournaments? Like where did you find that?
Um, so as you can all really know, is that there's not a lot of like competitive like tournament kind of style for like console because consoles are underrated and everything.
Yeah.
And me and Ink we were sitting here and we wanted to look into it because we thought it'd be cool. So we looked into it and we found AG. So we signed up as a half team or I forget what it's called or whatever it is, and then went like that. And then over time we just kind of formed our own team.
Yeah. So you just found them like or sorry, could you said you found them through what again?
It was like their social media, I want to say.
Are you just there for like Facebook or something? Weird.
It was like Facebook or like we looked up on Google or something like that, like console tournaments. I forget. I forget how we found it. We were just looking into it, so I
That's
mean we
pretty
ended up
cool.
finding it.
Like, see, when I first found AG, I didn't even know like console tournaments were a thing. I thought it was like mostly just a PC thing, and then when I found it, I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god, that's awesome.
it's because we're console clubs, so we don't get too much honestly.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
then unfortunately we're like the underrated platform. But like I found that and I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah, no, that's pretty dope. So, how did you get to be on Team Jade in particular?
Jade, it's been like it was a team that me and Ink formed pretty much. It's like it's been my team since day one pretty much. Besides
Oh,
the
so it's
startup
been
team that I joined. Yeah, it's been
ah,
the team I've been with.
cause I didn't really hear about Jade until I think AGL season 2, I think it was. Or were you guys in the
We
first
played in
season?
some of like the side. No, we weren't in the first season. We didn't have like a team at the time.
Huh?
We were still kind of establishing ourselves. We were going to like the off tournaments like that on like weekends.
Yeah.
I remember we got invited to ADL season one though. I do remember that.
And then you just denied the thing because you didn't have enough people, or
Yeah, we didn't have a team. It's like we can't go in there like half of us. That's not gonna really work. And just have 1,000 subs.
yeah. Now look at you guys in the GM League, or are you part of the GM League? You're part of the GM League, right?
GM League, yep.
Yes. How's that been going so far? Because I haven't been really paying attention to the GM League at all, due to other things. But
Yeah.
what's it looking like in there?
Um, well, for Jade, I think we're doing fairly well. I mean, we could be doing better. I mean, there's always room for improvement. I think we're like number 8 or 9 right now, if I remember correctly.
Hmm. Out
It's
of
not too low, but not too high.
how many teams are there? Like 12 or something?
16.
Oh, 16. So you're about halfway there then.
Yeah.
So honestly, wait, how long until the GM League is over, or when does it? How long does it go for?
If I think it's like it ends like next week in February, I want to say.
Interesting.
No, no, okay, wait, no, next week is last week, and then the week after it is.
And the week after is. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, it sounded like you were gonna say something, and then it just kind of cut out.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, so the next week is final week, and then after that is playoffs, and the top 8 teams get into playoffs.
Dang. See, like right there, but there's still like
Yeah.
so who's the either favored to win or like number one team, or what do you think on that matter?
If I want to say like number 1 team to win right now, just kind of looking off of the stats and how they've been doing, I want to say MSB probably.
MSB, interesting. That's Rex's team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dang. That's it's definitely what makes them such like a hard team, or have you fought them yet, or what was your experience with them so
Yeah.
far?
They're rough. I think they just I don't know, they have the more I want to say coordination than us right now. I mean,
Hmm.
my team it's still a work in progress. I mean, because my DPS
Yeah.
roster's been changing a little bit. My tank roster's been kind of solid for a while. My support roster's been changing.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty interesting.
yeah.
Um. Yeah. No. The MSB. I heard they were because I remember I being so out of the GM league. I casted like one match at one point, and then it was like MSB versus Dedicated Blue, and I think Dedicated Blue beat them after being undefeated or something like that. Which I thought was pretty interesting. But I'm not sure where they stand either.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. Overall, this is so it's really cracking down. What do you?
Yeah.
So do you guys have like secret plans going in there? Do you have roster changes? Anything like
Um.
that?
No, not really roster changes. I mean.
Nothing you can reveal to the public.
I mean, the best way I like to say it is we go in there, we try our best. What happens at the end of the day happens at the end of the day.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I might
Yeah, it's interesting though.
have
It's
to
fun.
check it out. So what? So have you always been a Reinhardt player, or like where did that come from?
Um, sort of, yeah. I mean, season 2, I started out in silver. I think and then I slowly climbed with DPS, and then I don't know. I became a Ryan Lucio Tracer main. That was weird. It was like
That is a
it was
weird mix.
just those 3 characters, and there was like they all had high like hours, like 20 plus, and then I got lucky and I hit Masters my first season. I thought it was pretty cool. And then I stuck in Masters for a while, and I just kept sticking with Ryan, and I guess then I just became a tank main.
Yeah, it's kind of like I've never really tried the DPS for myself, like competitively. Like ever since season one, it's like, oh, we always need like support, and I always was there with that. And then when we didn't support, I was like, I'll tank, and yeah, it's been interesting for sure. I
Yeah.
have well recently I was doing a bunch of scrim with this team, and I've noticed my support ults are pretty crap, just because I guess I'm more used to playing the tank because I play a lot of Reinhardt too. If you didn't know, uh, honestly, me as a aspiring right, because I find myself all right, but I really look up to like you and Rex and like Joker Assassins and like all these like amazing Reinhardt players,
Hmm.
and I think I'm there. But it's like I'm so used to trying to be aggressive with an ult or initiate with an ult that I need to either save my support ults for better times. This is something I need to work on personally,
Yeah,
and that I have found.
I get you.
But I might be playing more Reinhardt than support in the future, depending on how things go.
See, I feel like even myself, like I see, there's always like a room for improvement. There's never like, oh, you're there. There's always more to go to.
Yeah,
Because there's like, there'll be that thing you figure out, and then your next thing you know, oh, there's another amazing thing you can do.
yeah. But it's really flexible. Like, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't see Reinhardt moving anywhere anytime soon because everyone's like, oh, this person needs rework. Oh, no, this person needs rework. And we're reworking
Yeah. I
Hanzo, and I
mean,
heard Torb might get reworked. And I'm like, hopefully
the
it's
Torb one,
wall
that's
climbing Torb.
interesting. Oh yeah, so dumb.
The wall climb. Oh my gosh. That was
Let
the.
Torb walk. Let him wall climb, please.
It's like, I love that. From the.
Overwatch League's been like, as a great meme. I love enjoying just seeing the casters and some of the things that like appear on screen. It's great.
I haven't seen a whole lot. I mean, I tried to watch the games that interest me, like really only involving Valiant because I root for the Valiant.
I just watch the Boston games.
Yeah, Boston Uprising fan. No,
Yep.
I heard they were pretty good. They beat us, I believe. I'm not sure when, but
They 4-0'd both LA teams. I think it was
oof,
like the week before.
that feels bad, man. Who's on
And then I want to say
your
it was
team
like
anyway?
currently, right now we have Deja, Rock, Harris, Shadowcat, Jordan,
Oh,
Jude.
I was talking about Boston Uprising.
Oh, oh, an idiot. Oh, Boston Uprising, we have Gamsu, we have Dreamcast Striker, Kellex, Avast, Kalios, Neko, Snow. I'm trying to think. I think
See,
that's all of them.
I don't know very many like professional Overwatch players, but I mean I know a handful, and I know like at least like one or two from each team, but I don't know any of those people from Boston Uprising.
Yeah, Boston's just a bunch of misfits. Like, you don't really know their names because they've never been like in the scene before. But they
But
show up and
they're
then they do
doing
good.
great. Like
They're doing fantastic.
where are they like in terms of standings?
I think if I remember, I think they were like number 5.
That is not bad. Because you have
It
to be
is
in
not.
like what the top 6 or something to be the playoffs. I heard that the Outlaws beat the Valiant, and now the Outlaws are in the playoffs, and the Valiant are off out of the playoffs, and that kind of made me upset. But it's whatever.
Yeah. See, my
Go.
team was this close to getting playoffs. This close. This close.
Boston didn't make it either.
No, they were this close.
Wait, you have to be in the top 4
they
then, or what?
I think it's like top 3, and I think they need basically how they did it. I actually think the playoffs are over, if I remember correctly. I think they were the same night.
Really? Wait, so is there
Yeah.
like the season 1's over for Overwatch League, or wait, what's going, or what?
Yeah, what's it called? What are they calling it?
Stage 1 is over.
Stage 1? I think stage 1's over. Let me look it up. If I remember correctly, yeah, I think it is. I think
I'm not used to how the format is.
it's weird. I think Spitfire won, if I remember.
Spitfire. I heard they were pretty
That
good.
or was NXY. No, yeah, it was Spitfire. Um,
They spit. They spit on their opponent. Oh man.
yeah, Spitfire won. They won 100 grand.
Dang.
And then what's it called? NXYL walked out with 25 grand. So I mean, they didn't do too bad for themselves either.
Well, I mean, it's not that much. I heard like there was a 20 million buy-in fee for each team, though. Was that like
the buy-in fees they were expensive.
like that's kind of crazy. Like, I mean, unless who I don't even know like who would have to pay them or if the prize would be worth it or
It's like just companies and like sports team owners. I mean, mostly.
Hmm.
I think
I guess
a lot of people had high hopes for the Overwatch League. Even Blizzard did themselves. And it's interesting how it's shaping itself, honestly.
we will definitely see how it goes from here. It'd be
Yeah,
definitely
I
interesting.
have hope for it. It's interesting so far.
You did bring up team members though of your side. How did you
Yeah,
guys find Shadowcat? Like, how'd that happen?
we
Cause
just throw things out where we ask for supports. And,
sh
that's mainly it. Because our main support player, the last Baron 8, if you remember his name, he was getting busy, wouldn't be able to show up, so he took a step back from the team just for now.
huh?
So
And
yeah,
Shadows is there.
and plus
Cause I remember
yeah.
playing with Shadowcat on SBL when back in AGL season 1, or was it AGL? No, it was AGL season 2. Season 1. I mean, I was on SBL on season 1, but that's like a sub. And then season 2, I played more, and then kind of gave up my spot for DAC. But no, it was still. I'm surprised. So everyone on your team is a GM. Is that correct? How that happens, or is it GM
GM
and
for like
Masters?
Masters. Yeah.
Ah, dang. I don't know if I could hit GM because I don't try enough in competitive. Like, I mean, I try to win the games I play, but I don't like grind where I'm like match after match after match and trying to get those W's. I guess I don't
Mm,
know. It might be just an excuse saying, "Oh, I could totally be GM." But it's probably
yeah.
not a thing. But I'll just be in Diamond forever now
I
from now
mean,
on.
how I like to say it is if you put that dream there, you have the mindset that you can do it, you can get there. That's how I did it.
Yeah,
I like to
that's
have that idea is everyone can get there. Everyone can
that's
do whatever they want.
see. There's the same thing when like first starting Overwatch. Like I was like, cause AGL season or not AGL competitive season 2, I placed in gold, and then
Hmm.
went to platinum from there. And I was like, oh, I finally made it. Cause my friend Napkin, who I used to play with, placed in platinum, and that was like, uh, I was like, oh, like I felt like we were in the same level, but he plays platinum, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, well, I eventually got to platinum. It wasn't that hard, but then the fight to diamond was ridiculous. Like trying to grind there, and it was like I finally made it. And then finally, it was like the fight to masters. Like I finally made it to masters, and I can see it's an
Like those
attainable
small
goal.
steps.
Yeah, but now after like trying to get like getting to masters wore me out. I'm just like ugh, and I haven't really played a whole lot competitively.
Yeah. See, how I did it is like, so I started in silver. I'm like, okay, first step, go to gold. Next step, go to platinum. Next step, go to diamond. And then I got to masters, stayed there for a while. Then I'm like, all right, next step, GM. Got to GM. I'm like, all right, final step, top 500. Now I got my final goal. All right, number 1 now.
Did you hit top 500 though?
Yeah, I did. It was
Oh
last
dang,
season.
dude! Congratulations, that's awesome.
That was a good feeling.
That's honestly crazy. Like, man, like just to know like that you're like in the top 500 of these Overwatch players, like
Yeah,
it feels good, man.
it might have been for like a season, but it felt really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back on the grind because I'm getting more excited with like these new teams and whatnot, and uh,
Hmm.
it's just gonna be awesome. Oh man, what a season, I guess, with all these
Yeah,
mercy
definitely.
nerfs and things changing, and
Let's just say the meta's shifted in some weird ways,
it
and I'm kind
is.
of happy about it. I like how we're seeing the drift away from dive. I was kind of getting old. It was getting old. I disliked it after a while.
I never really like see when it comes to the meta. I don't know how many times I've told this story so many times. I don't like the meta, and I never will like the meta. I like teams that make their own teams and own comps and make it work for them. That is my jam. I
Hmm.
prefer like I will always run. I will always love playing Reinhardt no matter what role he's in. Because I remember Reinhardt was such in a bad place probably a little while ago, and it was
During the
on.
dive meta, yeah, he was in a not so fantastic place because you're gonna get hopped over, and then you had Junkrat come along, so your shield just disappeared. So
Yeah, and then there was just that was oof. The Junkrat was ridiculous. I think Junkrat is still really great, uh, but he's still usable.
yeah, every character's usable. You just gotta play him right.
Um, my friend is like messaging me. I need to ignore all these outside, but What else?
Yeah, I had to step away from like some things because I was getting distracted for a few.
I'm trying to concentrate as well. Um, what other changes? So we got the Mercy nerf. I heard that Torb has like some kind of buff coming or
Yeah,
some
I think
rework
I
or
think I
something
saw.
like that.
Yeah, it was like a rework, and then I don't know if I read what I was like. I was just scrolling through my YouTube feed. I don't know if I saw it correctly. Something about like a targeting feature. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I'd like the target
Oh,
feature. I
like
talked about that before.
choose this. Oh,
Choose
like
a target, like
toggle.
yeah,
Like toggle the
yeah,
supports,
that'd be
and
dope.
that would be interesting. That
But
would.
it'd be weird. It'd be like overcomplicated. I feel like to an extent, just for like
I
how
don't know
fast-paced Overwatch can be.
because what I can see with that is like uh there's a bunch of interesting ways you can do with that. If it does a toggle and like as someone who's going against this Torb, you can say they're probably toggling our support. So let's have a DPS go and mess up the turret while it's not focused on him, or
Yeah.
vice versa. And Torb, who if he's attentive enough, which if a good Torb player or a good attentive person could do it, like switch to the right targeting um, at the right time. Like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch to DPS right now. I'll switch to that. But I think in that sense too, because if a DPS can come in without the Torb being a shot on him, I think Torb's turret would need a damage buff if it was going to
Yeah,
be a toggle thing.
definitely.
If
And
you
I
had
don't,
to
I don't know if
choose.
he necessarily needs a damage buff in his turret right now.
Not right now, but if the toggle thing was
Yeah.
so because like if you had to
The
choose
toggle
who
thing.
like this is like always like lock on first person shoot blah 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 and
Yeah.
anyone who gets like close like that. But if you chose and people could get away and get into it, like maybe a little bit of a damage buff. I don't know.
Yeah. And also it need like a little hot menu just to do this really on the fly. Because if you have like a hard way to do it, then you're useless because
That would
how are
be
you gonna
like
change it fast?
how would we toggle like um
It has to be something like the communication wheel or like the voice line wheel.
or because L1 is you place a turret. Um
I just don't know where they put it.
I
That's what I'm trying to
what's
figure out
his
right now in my
L2? His
head.
L2 is alternate fire.
Yeah, his rivet shotgun.
Or they could do something. You know how you have the switch weapon, and then it's like in the menu, it's like previous weapon or next weapon. What if they gave him the three things? So we got the gun, the thing, and then like maybe like a little mini like device.
Like
They'll
a little
say,
like tablet.
yeah, like he pulls out his iPad Air and he's like,
Yeah.
target the DPS.
He's gonna pull out his phone and do some quick tweeting.
And if he uses it too much, he has to go like find an outlet because it's gonna die. Oh
He's
my
gonna
gosh.
charge it quick. He's gonna pull it out mid-fight, realize it's on 10%.
Oh my gosh. He's like, I knew I should have charged it before the fight.
my tablet.
My tablet. Oh my gosh. This is the Torb I want. We gotta write a letter to Jeff right now.
Please. I need this in my life. I need him doing this and wall climbing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that'd be great. But yeah, there's Torb's rework, and then I've been told Hanzo is also in the reworks, which upsets me greatly because I do love the scatter, but people are like, "Oh, scatter is a no skill," da, 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 da,
Okay.
and people don't.
I mean, I'm gonna sound like this person, but I hate that ability with a burning passion. I don't enjoy
understand.
being Orisa and getting one shot. That's not proper when I'm at full health, Blizzard.
I understand. Which makes sense because I was watching like your Overwatch, and that other perspective is that when a lot of heroes use their abilities, if like once the scatter is in a certain area, there's no getting away from it.
Yeah.
Which there's not a whole lot of abilities that do that because even you have Roadhog's hook, which you can hook, and he doesn't one shot like he used to. So I could see, but it's just they have to be so careful with reworking Hanzo because if you take away scatter completely and he's just like shooting arrows with a sonar arrow, like then it becomes either boring or it's just plain. But if you give him something else, because I don't know if you were reading into it or seeing a bunch of videos, but there was a Hanzo version where they were talking about an arrow that pierces and goes through shields. Um, but then that also would be a little too overpowered if you can't even hide behind your Reinhardt shield or a
Yeah.
Risa shield, and then just get headshot like straight to the Mercy. But then you still have Diva, but I mean that's not anything. So I don't really know what. The only thing I can think of is like use maybe like a shock arrow that like kind of like a Sombra EMP. Like if you hit someone with it, they'll like lose their ability or something and like send electricity or something. Or maybe
Yeah.
like a poison arrow or that does like this or something else besides scatter that might give Hanzo an interesting
Yeah.
different way to play.
They have to be careful if they do it though, because if right now they're planning on removing scatter or rework it in a sense. Now where they do this, they have to be careful to make sure they don't put him in a bad state, because scatter, to be honest, is really one of his strong points in this kit.
Yeah,
Taking
that's
that
really
away could be beneficial or really just bad for him in a
like
state where he's not really playable.
if you like coordinate well with Hanzo, like you can still get a whole lot of value out of your sonar arrow as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But the scatter is like if he was just sonar, he wouldn't be nearly as viable, especially if he's projectile.
Oh, definitely.
Or if I mean I wouldn't make Hanzo hit scan because then you just have another infinite.
No, I think
Yeah.
that'd be a little like
And plus,
just a little
I
too
love
much.
the bow aesthetic. Like honestly, like the projectile or sniping with weapon bullet drop. I love that kind of stuff where you like lined up
Definitely.
just right and it's like headshots. Like yes, this is perfect.
See, I like how Blizzard designs their heroes because they put some thought into them, and each time they come out with a new one, it has this new unique design and new feel to it, and that just makes
Yeah.
the game a little more interesting.
And
It's
every
like wow,
and they put so much effort and creativity in it that you don't get bored. Like Moira was interesting, and each character has their own backstory, and you fall in love with all these characters. Like, wow, they
oh
put
yeah.
so much work into these. Like, I am so excited for Hero 27. Like, I don't know what it could be.
I have a feeling it's defense. We've seen new tanks, we've seen new DPS, we've seen
Well,
new
that's another
support,
thing. Like, we haven't seen
but defense is an iffy category. Where
yeah,
it's like,
because
do you need a new defense hero at the moment, or do you
ev
need new tanks or new DPS? No, definitely not DPS. I think we're good for DPS right now.
I mean, DPS is defense and offense is
Yeah,
they're
in a
all
sense.
DPS. But the only
Yeah.
thing is the defense category, from what I can see and tell, is each category is better when played on defense. Because
Yeah,
it's
the
better
defense category is
when an
situational.
attack hero or an attack character or just a character in general is coming to attack you, their kit is better when you wait and whatnot. And you can
Yeah.
use it in an offensive thing if you can set up right, but you got like a turret, or if you have to position yourself. Like all the defense heroes are about positioning, except Mei. I think Mei can really just go and do whatever she wants, and it's like kind of ridiculous. And I don't know why we don't really see her a whole lot in the meta more. Like honestly, good Meis ruin my day and ruin my life and ruin everything.
Yeah, I can agree. It's annoying, you know.
I was playing, or we were scrimming against I don't remember who it was, but they pull out the Mei, and the Mei's like just ridiculous. I think it was SPL we were scrimming, and the only thing is Mei doesn't secure a whole lot of kills, I guess, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I guess she's
She
in a
has the
good
crowd
place.
control.
She's a good crowd control, good zone, good stall. I've seen crazy stall comps with Mei in it, like annoying stall comps with Mei in it, and. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Moira was our last hero, so it's most likely going to be a damage dealing hero. That's like regardless, either attack or defense. I mean, preferably I would like defense because I love the defensive characters, just because I love the concept of waiting for someone to come to me and then killing them, kind of like a bait and punish kind of thing. And that's probably why I fell in love with Hanzo, honestly. Which I still like Hanzo, but I can't play Hanzo competitively because then the stress gets to me and then I don't do well and it's just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
I'll just stick with
It's just
Ryan.
bad. It's just big bad.
He's bad. He's big bad.
Big bad.
Yeah, Overwatch. It's going into good places. Like the older this game is, the better it is. Like you see when you're trying to play arcade modes, I guess, like it's green now and it's like this cool little aesthetic changes, and there's like a picture
Oh,
of
yeah, it's
Tracer like
starting
on the
off more
loading
smooth.
screen. Yeah, and there's like all these little details that are like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Just polishing it.
Yeah, like They're constantly getting better. I can't wait to like. This is a game that I can see
Yeah,
myself playing for quite a long time. This is
definitely.
already a game that's I've played for way more longer than I have any other game, honestly, except like
I
Pokemon
have to
Y.
like. I think I was close to that. I think this is probably the second most I've played a game. Where my first game with probably the most hours, probably besides like I want to say Pokemon because I grew up with that game. So I'm gonna like what's it called, like 17 years of experience, almost seven. No, probably want to say like
So
I
you,
wasn't playing it when I was one. So like I want to say like
sorry,
10 years of like playing that game. I'm on it. But other
dude.
than that, I want to say Arc definitely has the most hours I put into a game with like 1,000.
Ark Survival Evolved? You talking about?
Yep, that game right there. I played it
Really?
on PC a lot. I loved it so
Wow.
much.
I've always been wanting to get down on Ark, but same thing with you. Like I've played Pokemon all my life. I've put like 1,200 hours into a Pokemon game, and Pokemon Y alone, I put that many hours. And then like I'm still playing
Yeah.
Pokemon. Like I'm playing Sun right now. I just bought Pokemon Crystal for my new 2DS,
Oh, that's cool.
and I'm having dude, it's so nostalgic. I'm just like, oh, I love playing through this. It's just great. And then I'm like naming all these people, and it's
But
just
now I'm
super
just kind of,
awesome.
waiting for the next game. What are they called? I remember I started with, it was either Emerald or like Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I started with Fire Red back in the day.
I, s- yeah, I started with one of those ones. I forget which one. But I think Emerald's, Hoenn region was my favorite out of all of
Dude,
them.
same. Oh my gosh. How
Hoenn
old
has
are
some
you right
dope
now?
Pokemon. I am 17.
Oh, so you're not that old, but still. Dude, I
Yeah.
agree with you completely. Like Hoenn, I loved Hoenn. Like there was I love like all the story and aesthetics, like going to all the gym
Oh,
leaders
I
and
know.
then like you go under the water and then there's like Kyogre there. You're just like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, this is
Favorite
so
legendary
cool."
Rayquaza.
I know, like, there's so many, like, there's just like a mystery behind it, and that's what I liked about Soul Silver because I ended up getting Soul Silver afterward, the remake, because
Yeah.
this is the first time I played the second generation Pokemon game on the original, like Crystal, like, because I played the crap out of Soul Silver. I played that game like 3 times through, like
hmm
starting over and playing again and starting over and playing again, just because I loved it, and
Yeah.
I just love like the unknowns and like going to the ancient place. Like, oh, look at this mysterious place. Oh, I want to try to unlock the mysteries. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is a thing, and that was awesome. So I
Yeah.
love Pokemon so much. Like, I need to get a Nintendo Switch. Did you hear they're making the next
I
mainstream
got my
Pokemon
Switch
game?
right here. Yeah, I got my
Dude!
Switch right here.
Ah! Oh,
So I
I
got the, I'm like, I want to hop on this thing now before the game comes out, and I don't have the money because I know what's gonna happen. It's how it always happens with things sometimes.
yeah, like
It's
legit.
like
I need to
I
get
got
it.
it now.
Oh my God, I want to Switch so bad.
I got a Mario Odyssey on it. I played
I
like
want to
I
play
want to say like
Mario
almost
Odyssey
around
as
half
hell.
it. I haven't got. I keep like what's it called, slacking on playing. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna play this today, and then I don't play it. It's a really good game though. It's
I
just like
love, dude. It's
I get
like so.
distracted.
There's just puzzles and things and all the things you can do. Oh
Oh,
man,
I
I
know.
played a little. I played Arms on the Switch with my friend, and that was a blast.
I want to
My
try Pokken.
dude, I played Pokemon Tournament when it came out first on the Wii U. I loved that game.
I played it at my friend's on the Wii
Dude, Sceptile's my boy.
U.
Like,
I think it was Weavile I played for the first, like that was my first time I played, like I played
Weavile
Weavile.
wasn't even there. I think when I played,
I forget
because I
what I
haven't played in a
played.
while.
It's like Weavile or Pikachu, something like that.
Yeah, and then there was Gengar and oh man, it's like good times, good times.
Good.
What state do you live in? Do you live in any kind of?
I live in Massachusetts, Boston.
Jeez, you are very far away.
I, where are you?
I'm in Oregon/Idaho.
Oh, geez, really
Yeah,
far.
I was say like if you said like Oregon, Idaho, I was like I'm coming over. We're gonna play some Switch. It's gonna be great. But yeah,
I,
my gosh,
what's it called? I like my town mainly because it's Boston. I have everything's accessible to me,
that makes sense
and
why you like the uprising.
we have a
Yeah,
funny accent, so it's fun to make jokes about it.
your funny accent. What
Yeah,
do
we have normal person will say car, and then we have like our cars.
dark eyes? Yeah.
You gotta go park your car and have a job.
That's awesome. Like, man, I want to play some. I want to fire up my DS right now and like, I just caught a Geodude because I haven't gotten to the first gym. You played the second generation game, Mike, correct?
I played the remakes. I never played the original
Yeah, but
ones.
you still know about the gyms and all, or
Oh yes,
how
definitely.
yeah, like the first one was a flying gym, and I like Chikorita, but Chikorita gets honestly destroyed by that, so I was like, so
Oh,
I just,
like yeah, Chikorita's like there's like those stars where it's like, oh yeah, this is not gonna work.
I mean, it works. I've done run throughs with Chikorita before,
Yeah, me
and
too. It's just
but
kind of harder.
yeah, my favorite, I think my favorite second gen starter has to be Totodile though. Like I love the water Pokemon.
hmm
There's very rarely a
See, like
time I will choose something else besides water.
I usually go with the fire types, and I got my favorite Pokemon amiibo right above me right now. What's Charizard?
Of course, everyone loves
Yeah,
Charizard.
I know.
I will take
I know,
Blastoise
I
any
know.
day over Charizard.
I just grew up with the game and then the
I
Charmander
get
first
you.
starter,
No,
so
that is fine, dude. Like that is what
like
you
little
grew up
fire
with.
lizard that turned into a fire dragon, so cool. As a little kid, like yeah, it's like dope.
That is awesome.
And
Like
then if I remember correctly, every time I did a Charmander run through, it's just Charmander has such a hard time like the first few gyms, and it starts rolling people.
yeah, but in Fire Red you learned Metal Claw and you can use that really well. And
Yeah,
then
the
except
metal
the
claw
water
was
gym
like
kind of
was
sucks
like
though.
meta. The water gym kind of sucked but if you caught like a Pikachu or like some grass type, you usually could do it.
No, we
But I
can go.
remember when Charmander couldn't learn like Charmeleon can learn Metal Claw, you have to like get like a fighting type and it'd just be a pain.
Yeah.
It'd be like an actual struggle.
So I'm assuming so you prefer the Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil I really like though. Like
Nah, I
Cyndaquil
like
is
the Totodile for that one. The
oh
Totodile was
really?
pretty cool.
I
Yeah, I mean I spice it up every so often for Hoenn. I liked all of the starters in Hoenn. Mudkip's
Hoenn
probably one of my
has
favorites.
dude. Mudkip is legit, but honestly, when it comes to Hoenn, I always pick Trico, like, cause I think
Trico,
Trico's so
Torchic,
cool.
Mudkip.
Torchic, oh,
No,
Hoenn had some amazing
no,
starters, dude. Like legit. Ah,
there's no bad option. They're all pretty good.
yeah, they all have their thing, and like I love. I remember playing. I think I
Mhm.
played Ruby. Was like my next game after Fire Red, and then that was like in Mexico, and it was on a DS and it was on a Nintendo DS Lite, and I played a Game Boy Advance game
DS
on it.
Lite. I don't even know if I have mine that works still.
Like
So
the file
old.
was corrupted though, like I couldn't save the game, so I just kept it on forever. Like I just had it on the charger and kept it on forever, and it was really fun. And then one day, like my sister had unplugged it or something, or did something and turned it off,
It's just a sad day.
I didn't have a sister anymore. That was when I lost my sister. That
Oh
was
my gosh.
either dead or missing. No one knows.
No one
Anyway,
knows. And then
just yeah.
I think my least favorite thing that ever happened to me at the Pokemon game because it corrupted like a file
Mhm.
is I think it was like one of the black and white games. I forget which one. It was really early on in the game. I found a shiny lollipop. I'm like, yo, that's dope. I'm like,
Oh my god.
amazing. And then I dropped my game. I dropped my DS, and then the game fell out, and I didn't save, and I was mad.
Oh, that's sad. Dude, okay,
It's
so
a sad
you
day.
that was pretty bad. Okay, no, I have a worse one. So
Oh, go
I
for it.
had only found one shiny before. It was this actually my first. Well, I guess I found other shinies before, but not in the wild, or at least not that I noticed. Because I think I might have had a shiny Garchomp in the Gen 4, but I didn't notice. I always thought it was kind of weird how he sparked because they're very similar colors.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found a shiny Relicanth while farming Kingdra, or not Kingdra, a Seadra, so I can get a scale to get Kingdra. Uh,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, and caught it, whatever. But my second ever shiny, because I still new to it, I found a shiny Poochyena in Alpha Sapphire. It was this
Oh, that's
golden brown. It
dope.
was so awesome. But I found it before the game gave me
No!
Pokeballs.
No! No!
Like,
Not the
I-
starter!
no!
Not the starter screen! No!
It wasn't the starting screen. It was like legit after I got my first Pokemon and I was doing the like
Oh,
Professor
no.
whatever run or and the Birch and I
Oh.
had zero That was
That feels bad. I think I caught two legit shinies. One was a Pidgey. The other one was a Lillipup, but I didn't really keep the Lillipup because I dropped my game. But yeah.
Dude, like that was the saddest thing in my like. And then like later when I got Pokeballs, I came back and I caught a Poochyena and I nicknamed him "You're Not Shiny," and now he's still in my Pokemon box.
Oh my god.
Do you have a copy of like Sun or Moon or Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon?
Yeah, I have like all the games.
Dude, we should play
I got
sometime.
rushed to buy the Pokemon. Sure.
Like legit, I am such a Pokemon fan. I
don't have like a really good competitive team on there, but I make like them on Showdown. I play Showdown a bit.
Yeah, I've been to one video game tournament before, and I placed like
I've been one too. It was
I
like when I was
placed
really younger.
third place out of like 8 people, which is
I
kind of cool.
I went to one when like I think it was like Platinum or like Heart Gold. No, it's Heart Gold and Soul Silver is when I come out, so it was on Platinum. And it was a tournament on the GameStop, and this was when Regigigas was broken as ever still, because they didn't have his like his new ability yet,
Oh,
or it
slow
wasn't
start.
like nerfed. Yeah, it wasn't like what's it called, nerfed into the ground.
Mhm.
And you know it's Regigigas, so it's steamrolled.
Yeah, I don't use legendaries in my teams just because I feel like it's less creative and like what you could do with it. Like there's so
Yeah.
many Pokemon and you pick legendaries, like whatever. Like I have a well, I won't tell you all my team, but I have this Kingdra on my competitive team who has the ability Sniper, which means critical hits do like 3.5 more damage times damage, something like that, or I think it's 1.5 times damage actually. Yeah, and then I have a scope
Yeah.
lens on it, which increases critical hit chance, and then I run focus energy on it, so I have like 90% chance to crit. Like legit, I crit so much on him. It's awesome. I one shot so many things. It's actually kind of cancerous, but he's kind of fast, but the speed isn't the best, and it can get shut down, but I just have to get that focus energy out. I'm not telling
No,
you
definitely.
my other teams because they'll have to be surprised when I show you, but I have very cancerous things
Mhm.
in there. Do you play single battles or double battles, or what do you prefer?
I usually do singles. I do
Everyone
doubles
likes the
occasionally if
singles.
I have the team.
I love double battles just because I feel like there's like so much more strategy and like this and that and that, and then I
Oh
back you
yeah.
up in this, and there's like a whole much more. But singles I do jam out with too. Oh, and then what was cool was because I bought the Pokemon Crystal on the Virtual Console, my 2DS, and apparently when you beat the game, you can put it in Pokemon Bank and then transfer that over. So I'm gonna get my cool Pokemon there. But
Mhm.
yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be sick. I still have to. I haven't fought the first gym leader yet, and I'm training a Geodude currently for it. So we will see. I don't know what. I
Nice.
need to look up when their first rock move, where he learns like rock throw or whatever.
Yeah, I
But
think like Rock Throw or Rock Blast, I want to say.
I don't know. Like he's right
Yeah.
now. He's like level 8, I think, or 7, and I don't know when he'll learn it. But whatever. So much about Pokemon. I love the Pokemon, but I also love the Overwatch, and
Yeah.
I love the Dragon Ball. And are you a fan of the Dragon Ball?
I never really got into it. I watched like I think it was like I forget which one it was as a kid a little bit, but not too much.
Never mind then. I'll say I love this new Dragon Ball Super game because I love fighting games. I love competitive multiplayer games in general. Just anything where that has like some good multiplayer and I can like play with some friends. Like I love that. And this Dragon Ball
That's
Fighters
what I
game
like
takes
too.
the cake.
I enjoy just multiplayer. If I can play with my friends, I'm happy with it.
How you liking the Monster Hunter world? Like, are you still? So you beat the Diablos, yes? When we held,
Yeah, I beat Zoro.
you beat Zora
Wow.
Magdaros. Zora Magdaros is the easy.
It was
Like,
easy.
if you
It's
didn't like,
easy.
it's stupid because you don't even have to, like, you know, the magma cores, like destroy the magma cores. Like, you don't have to do anything, and then it'll progress. Like, you gotta drive off the Nergigante, and like, which I
You don't
couldn't
even
find
have
it.
to do that.
I
Like,
know
was,
he
like,
just
doing it,
goes
like,
away.
I
You're
was
like,
just grinding.
okay.
I was just
Okay.
grinding it for the Zoro Magna's gems because I wanted the blast sword.
The armor is honestly really good for where you're at in the low rank. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you hit high rank after that, so you're pretty
yeah,
much there.
I just hit high rank. Yeah, yeah. And now I'm like beyond confused. I'm like, oh, yeah, none of this is useful anymore.
Yeah, like it's honestly kind of crazy. 'Cause now you have to search for Rathian tracks, I believe. Like,
Yeah, I have the engine house quest now.
ooh, that one sucks. That one,
I
I did
hear.
that one by myself, and like, it took me like 3 or 4 tries. It was like very hard, very very hard. I can also help with that if you would like, which
Okay.
right, because I'm just fighting Elder Dragons, which you'll get to eventually. I'm really close to beating the game, but I'm just right now I'm like more interested in playing Dragon Ball Fighters and practicing my Overwatch, but I'm
Yeah.
down to help whenever, really.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All these
Yeah, yeah,
games,
yeah, 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 yeah. Amazing games.
all these games. Hold on a sec. Give me like 2 minutes to close my door. All right. So yes. What other good games are coming out? Far Cry 5 is coming out soon. Um,
Yep. I'm
what's your
trying to
opinion
think.
on the Far Cry series?
I never really got into them. I thought they were cool though. They're definitely cool. I just never really played them.
Yeah, they're very RPG oriented, and sometimes like I feel after working at a game store, um, with all these games surrounding me, and because in the game store I can basically review or check out any game and play any game at my disposal. I just have the most fun with the multiplayers, and I haven't really done a whole lot of RPGs. I mean,
Yeah.
Monster Hunter is a good RPG, but I'm playing with friends, and I've always loved Monster Hunter ever since I played like on the Wii U, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Hmm.
But it's like it refined my gaming tastes. And Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls. Very hard, but I still like the Dark Souls.
I'm trying to think what's coming out. Like I don't know what's really coming out right now.
I know everything that's coming out. Shadow of the Colossus just came out.
Oh yeah, Shadow of the
Um,
Colossus just came out.
I have the
Um,
opportunity to play that. Um, Red Dead Redemption got pushed back to October 26th, but we have that. God of
yep,
War comes out April 20th, 420.
yep.
Um, there's not a whole lot I'm anticipating. This Dragon Ball Fighters is the game of the year that I was anticipating. I was waiting for this game for so long, and I have it, and I love it. The multiplayer could be some work, but I still like. Hey,
Yeah.
wow. Wow, that's crazy. The ring matches are actually working a little better now. Okay, cool. Because Amateur Gamer is doing Dragon Ball Fighter tournaments. Woo! Get ready for that. Because I'm going to be entering them, and
Nice.
good luck. I don't know how many people in the Overwatch community will actually play Dragon Ball Fighters, but I've been telling like a bunch of people like, hey, do you want to do tournaments online? Come to this. We're gonna do it through this. It's gonna be great. So
Yeah, they're definitely
we'll
dope.
we'll see some people there. And then the Call of Duty World War II tournaments are gonna be resuming, I believe, um,
How did those
soon.
do? They do pretty like
The
well.
first tournament was kind of crap because of the fact that the custom game was uh, very needed work in on how
Is
the
it very good,
spectator
bro?
was, so it was very glitchy, and I haven't seen it since. But Angel Gunner is working on that project. Um,
Yeah.
but things are moving on up. I need to buy an amateur gamer hat. I was gonna do that, and then like my car thing came, and I had to spend a bunch of money there, so I can't buy the hat yet. But I'm gonna buy it.
I
Did
want
you
like an
see the hat?
uprising hat. Oh yeah,
Huh?
I've seen the hat. I've seen the hats. I mean, if I have the money, I might get one. I like wearing hats.
Dude, I have a hat collection. You don't even know. I have like probably 7 Pokemon hats, and then like the rest are like
That's
all these
great.
nerd hats. Like I have this sick Legend of Zelda hat. It's like this green with like this brown bill, and then there's like a metal Hylian shield on the front. It's like
That's
really cool.
fantastic.
There's like so many. I love hats. I'm the hat connoisseur. Yes. Very much indeed. So, your team ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we are. I mean, as long as we can make it into it, I think we should be able to do something.
I'll definitely. I might be I don't know. Depending on what day it is, I might cast it, and we might see how you guys do. But I expect big things because Jade did pretty well in AGL season 2. So, I mean, you guys won the
Hmm.
whole thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you guys are in the GM League, strutting your stuff. Um, we will definitely see. And then I guess I'm part of the. Excuse me. I'm part of the Diamond
It's fun.
Masters Jade, a mini Jade, I guess, for now.
Yeah, me and
Um, which might change in the future depending. By the time this Team Watch episode comes out, you'll either know for sure or not. But I have a possibility to be on a team with a couple of friends that I mean I like Team Jade, but I don't really know anyone, and it's
Yeah.
not as fun as it could be if I play with like a bunch of people
Oh,
who
definitely.
are really into it, and when it'll be really cool. But I do respect the Team Jades as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm on Jade right now mainly because it's just I'm with friends, so it's I don't really see myself on any other team at the moment.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't
basically the
matter
same.
if we win or lose.
I know, right? Like as long as you have fun. That's why I want to go to this other team. I don't know how Inksack will be. I told him about the possibility of going to a different team, and he just said to let him know. He didn't really say a whole lot, so I don't know if he's just disappointed or annoyed or whatever. But I don't know.
Hey,
We'll
I
see.
mean, you just do you. You got to do you at the end of the day.
Usually what?
You just got to do you at the end of the day.
I know, right? You will definitely see.
Yep,
But
yep,
yes,
yep.
yes. Um.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
what is new in the life of Dova, or that you
Was
would like to share
new.
to the public?
Um, I mean, nothing really.
Nothing really. Just
Just
practicing,
life's just life.
getting the
Just
Overwatch
playing
practice.
Overwatch, playing a lot of Monster Hunter, playing League now and then.
League. You.
Yeah, I just kind of play with my friends. My friend got me into it. I kind of stepped away from it because it made me a little too toxic. And I
Dude,
play it with him
that
every now and then.
this is the same thing that happened with me in the like Overwatch. Like I got so toxic. Like, I mean, still somewhat toxic now, but I was so bad. Like season 3, because I would six stack and we would play and play and play competitive. And then when I'm not playing with my six stack, I'll be like, I would message people just, and I'm not. I mean, I don't usually message people, and I was like, hey, this is not what our team needs, because they'll go Widowmaker instead of like a second healer or a second tank. I'm just like,
Hmm.
bro. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
honestly, yeah, it was whatever. It was dark time, so I quit
I think
playing. I came
I
back to
think
it.
comps still kind of yeah. You know, just people how they're playing right now, and then the things they do like throw. It's not very fun. It's not enjoyable.
I understand that completely.
No one's flexible. No one really joins comms. It's like that's why consoles are underrated and people have like a bad image of it. I
Yeah,
would like to say, but it doesn't mean just because we're on console that we're bad. We're all really good in our own ways. Because say if a good PC player came to here, it'd probably be like the same way like if we go there, we're not gonna be fantastic.
I
It's
know,
gonna
right?
take us time.
I completely agree. It would take a lot of time. I would like to try Overwatch on PC just to see how it is, because it's still like the
I've
master
tried it.
console.
It's like I have the high game sense, but my mechanical skill is just garbage.
Which just takes practice to fix, honestly.
It's just practice. Practice
Yeah.
makes perfect. And even then, there's no perfect.
Like, I feel like right now, currently, like, playing Overwatch, my mechanical skills are great, but my positioning could use a lot of work on my support heroes. Like, I just need to know,
Mm.
hey, this is a bad time to be on the left side, or I need to be shielding this person, or putting an orb on this person while I'm trying to defend this, or it's just a whole lot I'm trying to
Yeah,
juggle it. But we'll get there.
definitely.
We will definitely get there.
Yep.
Do you have any closing statements or anything you want to shout out or mention before we end today's episode?
Mm. I don't think so. I mean, it's nice at being here. I enjoyed it. It's nice, good.
It was nice
An
having
hour.
you.
It was
Yes.
definitely.
Um, but yeah, thank you, Dova, for joining me on today's episode. We
Anytime.
will tune in next time for another person, probably someone else. I'm not sure who yet,
Probably,
but there will
probably
be
someone else.
someone besides Dova will be here next time, as is repetition. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. And then cut it right there. I mean, that's when we cut, and then I just leave the stream
cut,
going.
cut, cut.
Yes, this gets edited away later, but I'm just letting the stream go so it doesn't cut out my outro because it does that before and it sucks. And I say this every single time I do an episode to someone, and amateur is so sick of hearing it probably. But yeah, I think I'm gonna hang out with a friend. I need it. Hold on. Do you have your DS on you? We should switch friend codes or
I know
whatever.
as dead as can be. I'll message you my thing later on if I remember.
Okay.
Just stay on me. My thing is dead as can be. I haven't touched it in a while.
Dang. Alright. Let me stop this broadcast then.